Unit 1. Concept of entrepreneurship. Meaning and definition of entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is ordinarily called a businessman. He is a person who combines capital and labor for the purpose of production. He organizes and manages a business unit assuming the risk for profit. He is the artist of the business world. In the words of J.B. Say, an entrepreneur is one who brings together the factors of production and combines them into a product. He made a clear distinction between a capitalist and an entrepreneur. Capitalist is only a financer. Entrepreneur is the coordinator and organizer of business enterprise. Joseph Schumpeter defines an entrepreneur as one who innovates, raises money, assembles inputs and sets the organization going with the ability to identify them and opportunities, which others are not able to fulfill such economic opportunities. He further said, an entrepreneur is an innovator playing the role of a dynamic businessman adding material growth to economic development. Characteristics of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a highly achievement-oriented, enthusiastic and energetic individual. He is a business leader. He has the following characteristic. An entrepreneur brings about change in the society. He is a catalyst of change. Entrepreneur is action-oriented, highly motivated individual who takes risk to achieve goals. Entrepreneur accepts responsibilities with enthusiasm and endurance. Entrepreneur is thinker and doer, planner and worker. Entrepreneur can foresee the future, seize market with a salesman's persuasiveness, manipulate funds with financial talent and smell error, frauds and deficiencies with an auditor's precisions. Entrepreneur undertakes venture not for his personal gain alone but for the benefit of consumers, government and the society as well. Entrepreneur builds new enterprises. He possesses intense level of determination and a desire to overcome hurdles and solves the problem and completes the job. Entrepreneur finds the resources required to exploit opportunities. Entrepreneur does extraordinary things as a function of vision, hard work, and passion. He challenges assumptions and breaks rules. Although many people come up with great business ideas, most of them never act on their ideas. 2. Definition of entrepreneurship. In the words of Stevenson and others, entrepreneurship is the process of creating value by bringing together a unique package of resources to exploit an opportunity. According to A.H. Cole, entrepreneurship is the purposeful activities of an individual or a group of associated individuals undertaken to initiate, maintain or organize a profit-oriented business unit for the production or distribution of economic goods and services. Nature and characteristics of entrepreneurship. Features of entrepreneurship are summarized as follows. It is a function of innovation. It is a function of leadership. It is an organization building function. It is a function of high achievement. It involves creation and operation of an enterprise. It is concerned with unique combinations of resources that make existing methods or products obsolete. It is concerned with employing, managing, and developing the factors of production. It is a process of creating value for customers by exploiting untapped opportunities. It is a strong and positive orientation towards growth in sales, income, assets, and employment. Innovation and entrepreneurship. Innovation is one of the underlying dimensions of entrepreneurship. It is a key function in the entrepreneurial process. Without innovation, an entrepreneur cannot survive in the modern competitive business world. As per the Schumpeter's view, a person becomes an entrepreneur only when he or she is engaged in innovation. Further, innovation is equal to competitive advantage. The entrepreneurs today realize the need for innovation. Innovation adds value to the product. It is only through innovation, the organizations can survive the increasing competition in the marketplace. Risks involved with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship involves the following types of risks. Financial risk. The entrepreneurship has to invest money in the enterprise on the expectation of getting in return sufficient profits along with the investment. He may get attractive income or he may get only limited income. Sometimes he may incur losses. Personal risk. Starting a new venture uses much of the entrepreneur's energy and time. He or she has to sacrifice the pleasures attached to family and social life. Career risk. This risk may be caused by a number of reasons such as leaving a successful career to start a new business or the potential of failure causing damage to professional reputation. Psychological risk. Psychological risk is the mental agonies an entrepreneur 5 bears while organizing and running a business venture. Some entrepreneurs who have suffered 36 financial catastrophes have been unable to bounce back. Barriers to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurial development is very slow in underdeveloped and developing countries. This is due to the presence of several factors. Gunnar Myrdal pointed out that Asian societies lack entrepreneurship not because they lack money or raw material but because of their attitudes. These barriers to entrepreneurship are classified into 3 as follows. A. Environmental barriers. Following are the important environmental barriers to entrepreneurship. Non-availability of raw material. Non-availability of raw materials especially during peak season is one of the obstacles inhibiting entrepreneurship. Lack of skilled labor. This is the most important resource in any organization. Unfortunately, desired manpower may not be available in an organization. This is either due to the lack of skilled labor or due to lack of committed or loyal employees in the organization. Lack of good machinery. Good machines are required for the production of goods. Because of rapid technological developments, machines become obsolete very soon. Small entrepreneurs find it difficult to get large amount of cash for installing modern machinery. Lack of infrastructure. Lack of infrastructure facilities is a major barrier to the growth of entrepreneurship, particularly in underdeveloped and developing economies. The infrastructural facilities include land and building, adequate and cheap power, proper transportation, water and drainage facilities, etc. Lack of fund. There are various methods by which an entrepreneur arranges for funds, e.g., own savings, borrowings from friends and relatives, banks and other financial institutions. Many people do not enter into entrepreneurial activities because of lack of funds. Other environmental barriers, lack of business education, lack of motivation from government, corruption in administration, high cost of production, etc. are the other environmental barriers that inhibit the growth of entrepreneurship in underdeveloped countries. B. Personal barriers. Personal barriers are those barriers that are caused by emotional blocks of an individual. Some of the personal barriers may be outlined as below. 1. Unwillingness to invest money. Even though people have money, still they do not come in entrepreneurship. They are not willing to take the risk of investing money in business. 42. Lack of confidence. Many people think that they lack what it takes to become an entrepreneur. They feel that they could not master all the skills. Thus most people are reluctant to become entrepreneurs. Lack of motivation. When an individual starts a new venture, he is filled with enthusiasm and drive to achieve success. But when he faces the challenges of real business or bears loss, or his ideas don't work, he loses interest or motivation. Lack of patience. The desire to achieve success in the first attempt or to become rich very soon is the prime motivating factor of modern youth. When such dreams do not come true, they lose interest. This gradually drives to fail in business. Inability to dream. Entrepreneurs, who are short on vision or become satisfied with what they achieve, sometimes lose interest in further expansion growth of business. See social barriers. The social attitude inhibits many people even from thinking of starting a business. The important social barriers are as follows. Low status. The society thinks that entrepreneurs are the people who exploit the society. Thus the attitude of the society towards entrepreneurs is not positive. Custom and tradition of people. Most people want a real job. Even parents who are entrepreneurs wouldn't like their children to be entrepreneurs. Thus lack of support from society and family hinder the growth of entrepreneurs. Factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. There are large numbers of varied factors which contribute to the growth of entrepreneurship. These factors can be broadly classified into 5. Psychological factors. Inspiration for achievement prepares an entrepreneur to set higher goals and achieve them. The important psychological factors influencing entrepreneurial growth may be outlined as below. Need for achievement. Need for achievement means the drive to achieve a goal. People having achievement will be need so much self-confident that they do not believe in mere luck. If an individual has need for achievement, he will become a successful entrepreneur. Personal motives. These have been found to be one of the crucial factors responsible for entrepreneurship amongst individuals. Bill Gates dreamt that one day he would become the richest person. His dream became a reality later. Recognition. Many people become successful entrepreneurs just for getting recognition from others. Need of authority. Need of authority will inspire men to work. When they become entrepreneurs, they can exercise authority over managers, employees, etc. Cultural factors. Culture consists of 1. Tangible man-made objects like furniture, buildings, etc. 2. Intangible concepts like laws, morals, knowledge, etc. 3. Values and behavior acceptable within the society. The important cultural factors influencing entrepreneurial growth are briefly explained as follows. 5a. Culture. Culture is closely related with accepted values and human behavior. For e.g., some societies have customs of polygamy and some have not. Religious belief. According to Max Weber, entrepreneurism is a function of religious belief and the impact of religion shapes the entrepreneurial culture. He emphasized that the entrepreneurial energies are exogenous, supplied by means of religious belief. Minority groups. Houselights explained that the supply of entrepreneurship is governed by cultural factors, and culturally minority groups are the spark plugs of entrepreneurial and economic development. Minority groups like the Jews and Greeks in medieval Europe, the Lebanese in West Africa, the Indians in East Africa has important roles in promoting economic development. The spirit of capitalism. It guides the entrepreneur to engage in activities that can bring more and more profits. The profit motive character coupled with the attitude towards acquisition of money urges the individual to start new venture. Social factors. What mold a man into an entrepreneur is the sociological and environmental factors during childhood and at the school, personal experience in adult life at the college and job environments, the mobility, occupation and support from parents. The social factors include legitimacy of entrepreneurship. System of norms and values within a socio-cultural setting is responsible for the emergence of entrepreneurship. The degree of approval or disapproval granted to entrepreneurial behavior will influence its emergence and its characteristics if it does emerge. Social marginality, individuals or groups on the perimeter of a given social system or between two social systems provide the personnel to assume the entrepreneurial roles. Social marginality is likely to promote entrepreneurship are largely determined by two factors, namely the legitimacy of entrepreneurship and social mobility. Family, role models and association with similar type of individuals. If an individual has a supportive family, he or she is more likely to become an entrepreneur. Similarly, if an individual has role models who have been successful in entrepreneurship, certainly, he may be motivated to start ventures. If a person is in association with entrepreneurs, this may add to his or her desire of setting up a new venture. Caste system, certain religions and caste encourage the growth of entrepreneurial talent. Some religious communities like the Parsas, Marwaris and Sindhis seem to have an affinity for entrepreneurial activity. The caste system in Hindu society has promoted to the growth of business and professional skills. Occupation, those born in rich families with silver spoons in their mouth have not only an advantage of having financial resources for carrying out business but also learn the business skill by continuous interaction and contacts with parents, customers, employees and visitors in family shops, offices and homes. 6F Education and technical qualifications. Education is the best means of developing man's resourcefulness, which encompasses different dimensions of entrepreneurship. It may be expected that the high level of education may enable the entrepreneurs to exercise their entrepreneurial talent more efficiently and effectively. Social status. Every human being aspires for a high social status, and once achieves a reasonable level, his aspirations and desires for it start getting multiplied. People work hard to maintain their status as it also contributes to their entrepreneurial growth. Social responsibility. It is the obligation to the society in which the business enterprise operates. An entrepreneur generates employment for others besides helping himself. Economic factors. Economic factors also influence the growth of entrepreneurship. The important economic factors are infrastructural facilities. Entrepreneurship development requires certain basic infrastructure like power, transportation, communication, technical information, etc. These provide external economies and improve the efficiency of investments by entrepreneurs. These infrastructural facilities are scarce in less developed countries. Financial resources. Finance is the lifeblood of business activity. Capital is required to obtain materials, machinery, equipment, etc. and to undertake innovation. Capital is regarded as lubricant to the process of production. The lack of financial resources discourages the youth and potential entrepreneurs to start new ventures. Hence, the need for fixed and working capital should be adequately met if new entrepreneurs are to come forward and grow. Availability of material and know-how. Entrepreneurship is encouraged only if there is an adequate supply of materials and know-how. Easy availability of materials attracts more individuals towards entrepreneurship. Technical know-how is essential for innovation. With technical knowledge, men discover more and sophisticated techniques of production. Labor conditions. The quality rather than quantity of labor is another factor which influences the emergence and growth of entrepreneurship. The availability of cheap labor positively affects entrepreneurship. Labor problem can be solved not by capital-intensive technologies but by increasing their mobility, by offering them facilities, incentives and concessions in every remote corner of the country. Market. The size and composition of market influence entrepreneurship in their own ways. Practically, monopoly in a particular product in a market becomes more influential for entrepreneurship than a competitive market. Support system, ability, initiative and support systems include financial and commercial institutions, research, training, consultancy services, ancillary industry, etc. 7G Government policy. The socio-political and economic policies of the government inhibit or foster entrepreneurial growth. Land and factory sheds at concessional rates, adequate sources of power, supply of materials and other physical facilities should be provided by the government to facilitate the setting up of new enterprises. The government has a dominant role to play in the industrial development of backward regions with a view to attain a balanced regional development. Personality factors. The supply of entrepreneurship in a society is largely influenced by the presence of individuals with the imitativeness, foresightedness and organizing and managerial competence. The following personality factors contribute to the entrepreneurial development. Personality. The entrepreneurial personality comprises of the person, his skills, styles and motives. Impressive personality and individual skill help to develop entrepreneurship. These qualities are required for entrepreneurs because they have to work with officers, managers, engineers, laborers, customers, investors, gov officers, ministers, etc. Independence. Another personality factors which influences entrepreneurship is independence. An entrepreneur works out plans on his own, searches and explores resources and experiences and uses inner urge to make the enterprise a success instead of waiting for suggestions or directions from others. Compulsion. Certain compelling reasons also force the people to become entrepreneurs. These include a. Unemployment or dissatisfaction with existing job or occupation. B. To use technical or professional knowledge and skills. C. To put the idle funds to use. Qualities of a successful entrepreneur. In order to organize and run it successfully, the entrepreneur must possess some qualities and traits. They are as following. Willingness to make sacrifices and assume risks. A new venture is full of difficulties and unanticipated problems. In such an inhospitable environment, entrepreneur has to be prepared to sacrifice his time, energy, and resources in order to carry out the venture and make it success. Hard work. Willingness to work hard distinguishes a successful entrepreneur from an unsuccessful one. For example, Asim Premji, chairman of Wipro, works in his office 14 hours every day. He is a successful entrepreneur. He is one of the richest persons in India. Optimism. Successful entrepreneurs are not worried by the present problems that they face. They are optimistic about the future. This enhances their confidence and drives those towards success. Some of the world's greatest entrepreneurs failed before they finally succeeded. 8D self-confidence. This is the greatest asset of a successful entrepreneur. He must have the confidence to make choices alone and bounce back when he fails. E. Leadership. Successful entrepreneur generally has strong leadership qualities. He should be a good judge of human nature and a good leader. He must be able to select, train and develop persons who can properly manage and control the labor force. McClellan identified two main characteristics in entrepreneur. 1. Doing things in a new and better manner. 2. Decision-making under uncertainty. A successful entrepreneur must be capable and well-informed, a successful leader of men, a keen judge of things, courageous and prudent. Types of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs may be classified in a number of ways. A. On the basis of type of business. Entrepreneurs are classified into different types. They are: business entrepreneur. He is an individual who discovers an idea to start a business and then builds a business to give birth to his idea. Trading entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur who undertakes trading activity, i.e., buying and selling manufactured goods. Industrial entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur who undertakes manufacturing activities. Corporate entrepreneur. He is a person who demonstrates his innovative skill in organizing and managing a corporate undertaking. Agricultural entrepreneur. They are entrepreneurs who undertake agricultural activities such as raising and marketing of crops, fertilizers and other input of agriculture. They are called agricultural. B. On the basis of use of technology, entrepreneurs are of the following types. Technical entrepreneur. They are extremely task-oriented. They are of craftsman type. They develop new and improved quality goods because of their craftsmanship. They concentrate more on production than on marketing. Non-technical entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs are not concerned with the technical aspects of the product. They develop marketing techniques and distribution strategies to promote their business. Thus they concentrate more on marketing aspects. Professional entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur who starts a business unit but does not carry on the business for long period. He sells out the running business and starts another venture. 9C. On the basis of motivation. Entrepreneurs are of the following types. Pure entrepreneur. They believe in their own performance while undertaking business activities. They undertake business ventures for their personal satisfaction, status and ego. They are guided by the motive of profit. For example, Dhirubhai Ambani of Reliance Group. Induced entrepreneur. He is induced to take up an entrepreneurial activity with a view to avail some benefits from the government. These benefits are in the form of assistance, incentives, subsidies, concessions and infrastructures. Motivated entrepreneur. These entrepreneurs are motivated by the desire to make use of their technical and professional expertise and skills. They are motivated by the desire for self-fulfillment. Spontaneous entrepreneur. They are motivated by their desire for self-employment and to achieve or prove their excellence in job performance. They are natural entrepreneurs. D. On the basis of stages of development, they may be classified into: first-generation entrepreneur. He is one who starts an industrial unit by means of his own innovative ideas and skills. He is essentially an innovator. He is also called new entrepreneur. Modern entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur who undertakes those ventures which suit the modern marketing needs. Classical entrepreneur. He is one who develops a self-supporting venture for the satisfaction of customers' needs. He is a stereotype or traditional entrepreneur. E. Classification on the basis of entrepreneurial activity. They are classified as follows. Novice. A novice is someone who has started his/her first entrepreneurial venture. Serial entrepreneur. A serial entrepreneur is someone who is devoted to one venture at a time but ultimately starts many. He repeatedly starts businesses and grows them to a sustainable size and then sells them off. Portfolio entrepreneurs. A portfolio entrepreneur starts and runs a number of businesses at the same time. It may be a strategy of spreading risk, or it may be that the entrepreneur is simultaneously excited by a variety of opportunities. F. Classification by Clarence Denhoff. Clarence Denhoff, on the basis of American agriculture, classified entrepreneurs in the following categories. Innovative entrepreneurs. They are generally aggressive on experimentation and cleverly put attractive possibilities into practice. An innovative entrepreneur introduces new goods, inaugurates new methods of production, discovers new markets and reorganizes the enterprise. Innovative entrepreneurs bring about a transformation in lifestyle and are always interested in introducing innovations. 10. Adoptive or imitative entrepreneurs. Imitative entrepreneurs not do the changes themselves, they only imitate techniques and technology innovated by others. They copy and learn from the innovating entrepreneurs. While innovating entrepreneurs are creative, imitative entrepreneurs are adoptive. Fabian entrepreneurs, these entrepreneurs are traditionally bounded. They would be cautious. They neither introduce new changes nor adopt new methods innovated by others entrepreneurs. They are shy and lazy. They try to follow the footsteps of their predecessors. They follow old customs, traditions, sentiments, etc. They take up new projects only when it is necessary to do so. Drone entrepreneurs are those who refuse to adopt and use opportunities to make changes in production. They would not change the method of production already introduced. They follow the traditional method of production. They may even suffer losses, but they are not ready to make changes in their existing production methods. There is another classification of entrepreneurs. According to this, entrepreneurs may be broadly classified into commercial entrepreneurs and social entrepreneurs. Commercial entrepreneurs, they are those entrepreneurs who start business enterprises for their personal gain. They undertake business ventures for the purpose of generating sales and profits. Most of the entrepreneurs belong to this category. Social entrepreneurs, they are those who identify, evaluate and exploit opportunities that create social values and not personal wealth. Social values refer to the basic long-standing needs of society. They focus on the disadvantaged sections of the society. They play the role of change agents in the society. Co-preneurs. Co-preneurs are entrepreneurial couples who work together as co-owners of their business. They are creating a division of labor that is based on expertise as opposed to gender. Studies show that companies co-owned by spouses represent one of the fastest growing business sectors. Intrapreneurs. The term intrapreneur was coined in USA in the late 70s. Many senior executives of big companies in America left their jobs and started small business of their own. They left the organization because they did not get any opportunity to apply their own ideas and innovative ability. These entrepreneurs become successful in their own ventures. Some of them caused a threat to the corporations they left. Ultrapreneurs. Nowadays, new products and services are conceived, created, tested, produced and marketed very quickly and with great speed. Therefore, today's entrepreneur needs to have a different mindset about establishing and operating a business. This mindset is called ultrapreneuring. An entrepreneur with this mindset is known as ultrapreneur. The concept of ultrapreneuring is to identify a business opportunity, determine its viability and form a company. It requires assembling a super competent management team, who then develop, 11 produce and markets the product or service in the shortest optimum time period. They create business and then sell out, merge or combine. Functions of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a lead player in the drama of business. According to Kilt, an entrepreneur has to perform 4 groups of functions. Exchange relationship. 1. Perceiving market opportunities. 2. Gaining command over scarce resources. Purchasing inputs. Marketing of the products and responding to competition. Political administration. 1. Dealing with public bureaucracy, concession, licenses and taxes. 2. Managing the human relation within the firm. 3. Managing customer and supplier relations. Management control. Managing finance. Managing production. Technology. Acquiring and overseeing assembly of the factory. Industrial engineering. Upgrading process and product quality. Introducing new products. Entrepreneurial competencies. Competency is a characteristic of a person, which results in effective and or superior performance in a job. It is a combination of knowledge, skills and appropriate motives or traits that an individual must possess to perform a given task. It may be classified into 2 types. I. Personal entrepreneurial competencies. These are required to perform the tasks effectively and efficiently. This includes the following. Initiative. It is an inner urge in an individual to do or initiate something. Ability to see and act on opportunities. Entrepreneurs look for opportunities and take action on such opportunities. Persistence. It means the capacity or skill to take repeated and different actions to overcome obstacles. Information seeking. A successful entrepreneur always keeps his eyes and ear open. He should accept new ideas which can help him in realizing his goals. He is ready to consult experts for getting their expert advice. Concern for high quality of work. Entrepreneurial persons act to do things that meet or beat existing standards of excellence. 126. Commitment to work. Successful entrepreneurs are prepared to make all sacrifices for completing the commitments they have made. Commitment to efficiency. Entrepreneurial persons have to look and find ways to do things faster or with fewer resources or at a lower cost. They should try new methods aimed at making work easier, simpler, better and economical. Systematic planning. Entrepreneurial persons should be able to develop and use the logical step-by-step plans to reach goals. Problem solving. Entrepreneurial persons are supposed to possess the skill of identifying new and potentially unique ideas to reach goals. They should generate new ideas or innovative solutions to solve problems. Assertiveness. They assert own competence, reliability or other personal or company's qualities. They also assert strong confidence in own company's products or services. Persuasion. Entrepreneurs should have the ability to successfully persuade others to perform the activities effectively and efficiently. Use of influence strategies. Entrepreneurs should have the competence of using a variety of strategies to influence others. Such entrepreneurs can develop business contacts and use influential people to accomplish his/her own objectives. B. Venture initiation and success competencies. An entrepreneur must also possess the competencies required for launching the enterprise and for its survival and growth. Role of entrepreneurship in economic development. The entrepreneur who is a business leader looks for ideas and puts them into effect in fostering economic growth and development. Entrepreneurship is one of the most important input in the economic development of a country. The entrepreneur acts as a trigger-head to give spark to economic activities by his entrepreneurial decisions. He plays a pivotal role not only in the development of industrial sector of a country but also in the development of farm and service sector. The major roles played by an entrepreneur in the economic development of an economy is discussed in a systematic and orderly manner as follows. 1. Promotes capital formation. Entrepreneurs promote capital formation by mobilizing the idle savings of public. They employ their own as well as borrowed resources for setting up their enterprises. Such type of entrepreneurial activities lead to value addition and creation of wealth, which is very essential for the industrial and economic development of the country. 2. Creates large-scale employment opportunities. Entrepreneurs provide immediate large-scale employment to the unemployed, which is a chronic problem of underdeveloped nations. With the setting up of more and more units by entrepreneurs, both on small and large scale, numerous job opportunities are created for others. As time passes, these enterprises grow, providing direct and indirect employment opportunities to many more. In this way, entrepreneurs play an effective role in reducing the problem of unemployment in the country, which in turn clears the path towards economic development of the nation. 3. Promotes balanced regional development. Entrepreneurs help to remove regional disparities through setting up of industries in less developed and backward areas. The growth of industries and business in these areas lead to a large number of public benefits like road transport, health, education, entertainment, etc. Setting up of more industries lead to more development of backward regions and thereby promotes balanced regional development. 4. Reduces concentration of economic power. Economic power is the natural outcome of industrial and business activity. Industrial development normally leads to concentration of economic power in the hands of a few individuals, which results in the growth of monopolies. In order to redress this problem, a large number of entrepreneurs need to be developed, which will help reduce the concentration of economic power amongst the population. 5. Wealth creation and distribution. It stimulates equitable redistribution of wealth and income in the interest of the country to more people and geographic areas, thus giving benefit to larger sections of the society. Entrepreneurial activities also generate more activities and give a multiplier effect in the economy. 6. Increasing gross national product and per capita income. Entrepreneurs are always on the lookout for opportunities. They explore and exploit opportunities, encourage effective resource mobilization of capital and skill, bring in new products and services and develops markets for growth of the economy. In this way, they help increasing gross national product as well as per capita income of the people in a country. Increase in gross national product and per capita income of the people in a country is a sign of economic growth. 6. Improvement in the standard of living. Increase in the standard of living of the people is a characteristic feature of economic development of the country. Entrepreneurs play a key role in increasing the standard of living of the people by adopting latest innovations in the production of wide variety of goods and services in large scale, that too at a lower cost. This enables the people to avail better quality goods at lower prices, which results in the improvement of their standard of living. 7. Promotes country's export trade. Entrepreneurs help in promoting a country's export trade, which is an important ingredient of economic development. They produce goods and services in large scale for the purpose earning huge amount of foreign exchange from export in order to combat the import dues requirement. Hence, import substitution and export promotion ensure economic independence and development. 8. Induces backward and forward linkages. Entrepreneurs like to work in an environment of change and try to maximize profits by innovation. When an enterprise is established in accordance with the changing technology, it induces backward and forward linkages which stimulate the process of economic development in the country. 9. Facilitates overall development. Entrepreneurs act as catalytic agent for change, which results in chain reaction. Once an enterprise is established, the process of industrialization is set in motion. This unit will generate demand for various types of units required by it, and there will be so many other units which require the output of this unit. This leads to overall development of an area due to increase in demand and setting up of more and more units. In this way, the entrepreneurs multiply their entrepreneurial activities, thus creating an environment of enthusiasm and conveying an impetus for overall development of the area. Unit 2. Entrepreneurship Development Programs, EDP. Need for EDP. A well-known behavioral scientist, David McClelland at Harvard University, made an interesting investigation into why certain societies displayed great creative power, is whether entrepreneurs are born or made. He found that the need for achievement was the answer to the question. Motive people to work hard leads to achievement. According to the scholars, money making is incidental whereas the measurement of achievement is valid. Experimental study, Kakinaya. He conducted a 5-year experimental study in one of the prosperous districts of Andhra Pradesh in India in collaboration with Small Industry Extension and Training Institute, SITE. His experiment is popularly called as Kakinaya experiment. Under the experiment, young employees persons are selected and put through a 3-month training program and motivated to see fresh goals. One of the significant conclusions of the experiment was that the traditional beliefs did not seem to inhibit an entrepreneurs and that the suitable training can provide the necessary motivation to the entrepreneurs. The achievement motivation had a positive impact on the performance of entrepreneurs. The Kakinaya experiment could be treated as precursor to the present-day EDP, inputs on behavioral aspects. 1971, first massive program of it embarked in India. At present, 686 all India and state-level FE and public sector banks had so far conducted EDPs in hundreds, giving training to the candidates in thousands. Example: Junior Achievement, USA. Young Enterprises, UK. Objectives of EDPs: 11. Develop and strengthen their entrepreneurial quality, i.e., motivation or need for the achievement. Analyze environmental setup relating to small industry and small business. Select product. Formulate project for the product. Understand the process and procedure involved in setting up a small enterprise. Know the sources of help and support available for starting a small-scale industry. Acquire the necessary managerial skills required to run a small enterprise. To know the pros and cons in becoming an entrepreneur. Appreciate the needed entrepreneurial disciplines. Important objectives. Let the entrepreneur himself/herself set or reset objectives for his/her business and strive for the realization. Prepare him/her to accept the uncertainty involved in running a business. Enable him/her to take decision. Enable to communicate clearly and effectively. Develop a broad vision about the business. Make him subscribe to industrial democracy. 7. Develop passion for integrity and honesty. 8. Make him learn compliance with law. Course contents and curriculum of EDPs. The course content of an EDP are selected in line with the objectives of the EDPs. The training program is usually to 6 weeks duration. It consists of the following 6 inputs. General introduction to entrepreneurship. Participants are exposed to a general knowledge of factors affecting small-scale industries, the role of entrepreneurs in economic development, entrepreneurial behavior, and the facilities available for establishing small-scale industries. Motivation training induces and increases the needs for achievement among the participants. It is the crucial input of entrepreneurship training. It injects confidence and positive attitude and behavior among the participants towards business. Sometimes successful entrepreneurs are also invited to speak about their experience in setting up and running a business. Management skills. Running a business, whether large or small, requires the managerial skill. Participants will be imported with basic and essential managerial skills in the functional areas like marketing, finance, HR, and production. It helps to run business smoothly. Support system and procedure. The participants also needed to be exposed to the support available from the errant institutions and agencies for setting up and running small-scale enterprises. Fundamentals of project feasibility study. Participants are provided guidelines on the effective analysis of feasibility or viability of the particular project in view of marketing, organization, technical, financial and social aspects. Knowledge is also given how to prepare the projects or feasibility report for certain products. Plant visits. In order to familiarize the participants with real-life situation in small business, plant visits are also arranged. Such trips help the participants know more about an entrepreneur's behavior, personality, thoughts and aspirations. On the whole, the ultimate objective of entrepreneurship training program is to make the trainees prepared to start their own enterprise after the completion of the training program. Phases of EDPs. An entrepreneurship development program consists of the following 3 phases. Pre-training phase. Training phase. Post-training phase. 1. Pre-training phase. The activities and preparations required to launch the training program come together in the phase. Selection of entrepreneurs. Arrangement of infrastructure. Tie-up of guest faculty for the training purpose. Arrangement for inauguration of the program. Selection of necessary tools, techniques to select the suitable entrepreneurs. Formation of selection committee for selecting trainees. Arrangement for publicity, media and campaigning for the program. Development of application form. Finalization of training syllabus. Pre-potential survey of opportunities available in the given environmental conditions. 2. Training phase. The main objectives of this phase is to bring desirable change in the behavior of the trainees. In other words, the purpose of training is to develop need for achievement, i.e., motivation among the employees' trainees. Accordingly, a trainer should see the following changes in the behavior of the trainees. Is he/she attitudinally tuned very much towards his/her proposed project ideas? Is the trainee motivated to plunge into entrepreneurial career and bear risk involved in it? Is there any perceptible change in his entrepreneurial attitude, outlook, skill, role, etc.? How should he/she behave like an entrepreneur? What kind of entrepreneurial traits the trainee lacks the most? Whether the trainee possesses the knowledge of technology, resources and other knowledge related to entrepreneurship. Does the trainee possess the required skill in selecting the viable projects, mobilizing the required resources at right time? Having trained the trainees need to ask themselves as to how much and how far the trainees have moved in their entrepreneurial pursuits. 3. Post-training phase, follow-up. The ultimate objective of the Entrepreneurship Development Program is to prepare the participants to start their enterprises. This phase involvement assessment to judge how far the objectives of the program had been achieved. This is called follow-up. In nutshell, the purpose behind the EDP follow-up is to review the pre-training work, review the process of training program, review post-training approach. Evaluation of EDP. Evaluation of EDP is necessary to see whether the objective of EDPs is fulfilled or not. In simple words, there is a need to have a look into how many participants have actually started their own enterprises after completing the training. This calls for evaluation of EDPs. So far 16 evaluation studies have been conducted by various organizations and individual researchers. The most recent and nationwide evaluation study on EDPs is carried out by IIT Institute of India, Ahmedabad. It is observed that 1 out of every 4 actually started his/her enterprise after undergoing an entrepreneurial training. Blocked, 10%. Given up, 29%. Idea of launching. 430 trainees cannot be contacted. However, the performance of EDPs across the states and across the ED organization have not been uniform. This non-impressive performance lies the need for looking at the problems and constraints of EDPs. Problem faced by EDP. Trainer, motivations are not found up to the mark in motivating the trainees to start their own enterprises. ED organization lack in commitment and sincerity in conducting the EDPs. Non-conductive environment and constraints make the trainer, motivators' role inactive. The antithetic attitude of the supporting agencies like banks and financial institutions serves as stumbling block to the success of EDPs. Selection of wrong trainees also leads to low success role of EDPs. Problems are not with the strategy but with its implementations. One way of evaluating the EDs is to assess their effectiveness in developing need for achievement among the entrepreneurs. This is also called the qualitative evaluation of EDP. The behavioral scientists used the following criteria to assess the effectiveness of EDPs in motivating the entrepreneurs. 1. Activity level of the respondents. New enterprise established. Total investments mode. Investments in trade asset made. Number of peoples employed. Number of jobs created. Increase in PROT. Increase in sales. Quality of product services improved. Quicker repayment of loans. The entrepreneurial behavior is measured on the following 4 dimensions. Planning orientation. Achievement orientation. Expansion orientation. Management orientation. Entrepreneurial competency is a set of skills and behavior needed to create, develop, manage, and grow a business venture. It also includes the ability to handle the risks that come with running a business. Without a doubt, business owners and startup founders must possess most of the entrepreneur competencies to succeed. Just like other types of competencies, there are different subcategories here. The competencies could be technical, behavioral, attitude-based, or productivity-based. Those with an entrepreneurial zeal need to play 3 prominent roles: creator, organizer, market maker. So the competencies for entrepreneurship are designed to help people perform in these roles effectively. Why should organizations look for employees with entrepreneurial competencies? While it makes sense for business owners to work on their core competencies in entrepreneurship, why is this even discussed for employees? Here is why. According to a survey by Forbes, entrepreneurs are some of the most engaged and healthiest individuals in the world. The survey states that this could be because they are passionate about what they do and always looking for opportunities. An entrepreneurial mindset also means pushing themselves to be innovative and creative and holding on to even the tiniest opportunity to grow. Don't all these characteristics sound valuable? Organizations feel that when their employees have an entrepreneurial mindset, they add more value to the workplace and get a sense of ownership of the company and not just treat it like a place to earn a salary from. Core competencies in entrepreneurship. While there are a lot of core competencies in entrepreneurship, here are some basic ones you can look for in your employees the next time there is a competency evaluation process happening. Risk-taking abilities. Out-of-the-box thinking and creativity. Problem-solving abilities. Taking initiative. Persistence. Persuasion and social skills. Business management skills. Critical thinking skills. Networking skills. Effective communication skills. Want some help recognizing employee behavior at the workplace? This blog will help you then. How to encourage entrepreneurial competency skills in employees. Developing entrepreneurial competencies offers 2 benefits. It helps employees move from individual roles to management roles and allows the organization to flourish and take more giant strides ahead. So, here are the innovative ways in which an organization can encourage entrepreneurial competencies in its employees. Allow knowledge sharing. This is one of the most important ways you can groom entrepreneurs within the organization. Make sure knowledge is available freely for those who pursue it. Diversity of knowledge is what makes a person holistically developed. Employees should have a basic idea of how most other teams and the organization's business function. Learning programs need to be offered regularly, without hesitation. Initiate programs that foster creativity and fresh ideas. There are organizations that host town halls just to get fresh ideas and thoughts from employees. Employees are asked to speak their minds here, and new ideas are jotted down. This makes employees feel like they matter. It also helps the organization to identify those with entrepreneurial skills easily and get smart ideas that may work. Allow ownership. Having someone to monitor employees is a good idea. However, micromanagement can turn out to be negative for the employees' spirits. Make sure you create the sense of ownership in employees, letting them take smaller decisions themselves and deal with clients with minimal monitoring. Hire managers who believe in this process to ensure employees get the freedom that allows them to foster entrepreneurial competencies. Create an atmosphere of security and protection. Many employees don't take risks or don't go the extra mile because they fear things going wrong. What would happen to their jobs if their decisions didn't work? Will they be blamed if their choices go wrong? All entrepreneurs make choices and decisions and own them, whether they work or not. However, employees have the added pressure of being accountable to the management. So, they would hesitate to do this unless they know that the management trusts them and would not shift blame if a decision didn't work. The entrepreneurial motivations. What is the incentive for starting a business? Is it money alone? True, many entrepreneurs achieve great wealth. However, money is almost always tight in the startup and early phases of a new business. Many entrepreneurs do not even take a salary until they can do so and still leave the firm with a positive cash flow. The factors that motivate people to Entrepreneurs do not even take a salary until they can do so and still leave the firm with a positive cash flow. The factors that motivate people to take all the risk and start a new enterprise can be identified. The 6 C's that motivate entrepreneurs to establish their own business are as follows. Change. Entrepreneurs frequently want change. Not only change, they also want to be the bearers of change. They are solution givers and want to interrupt the status quo. They have a vision like, I want to assemble the world's information, or I want to put an AC at every desk, and they take an attempt to make this change. In this attempt, some succeed and some fail. Challenge. Some people love challenges and they opt for starting a new business as it is very challenging to handle big problems. These people find typical job in a big corporate as boring and not challenging enough. Creativity. Running one's own business is all about being more creative and having the independence to make new discoveries. For example, testing a new website design, launching a new marketing scheme, creating inventive items that solve a known issue in a different way, creating new advertising campaigns, etc. One needs to have an infinite room to welcome and introduce creativity in a small business. Control. Some people tend to start a business because they don't want to be pushed around and work for a product company in which they have no way to shape their destiny. They want to be their own boss, having their own time, own pace, location of their choice, employees of their choice, and have a progressive role in deciding the direction of the company. Curiosity. Successful entrepreneurs are always anxious and ask, what if we do X this way? They want to have more than one option to do a work and choose the best one from them. They want to understand the customer's perceptions, point of views, markets, and competitors. They are frequently anxious to see how their particular theory, like, people want to do A with B, works. In this aspect, they can't be differentiated from a scientist who is trying to prove his theorem. Cash. The last but not the least part is the cash. Money says it all. Many non-entrepreneurs have a misconception that cash comes first for entrepreneurs, but this is never really true. If this would be the case, then there is no reason for an Ellison or Gates to keep expanding their business aggressively after they have made more than $1 billion. However, money is not the primary motivation. Results of motivation. Successful entrepreneurship needs determination, freedom, discipline, connectivity, and an abundance of skills in planning. People with a complete package of physical strength combined with perseverance, mental strength, and self-discipline have the passion and urge to succeed. With proper motivation, we get the following outcomes. Heavy industrialization. Tremendous growth can be seen in industrialization. Example, companies like Tisco, Telco have been set up and are flourishing. Self-employment. A common man gets a chance to make a difference, set a new standard of industrial growth. Example, entrepreneurs like Dhirubhai Ambani and Azim Premji are born. Economic growth. When there is growth in an individual's economy, there is a growth in the company's economy, which in turn results in the growth of that particular area and country. Example, emergence of smart cities concept. Creating new jobs. More entrepreneurship leads to more job openings. More job openings leads to more employment opportunities. Proper social benefit. When a country's economy grows or increases, we see that more advanced and proper social benefits are provided to the general public, like construction of roads, school, hospital, colleges, etc. Entrepreneurial mobility and its types. Entrepreneurial mobility means movement of entrepreneurs from one location to another and similarly from one occupation to another, which affect the pace and pattern of entrepreneurship development. Based on the movement and settlement of entrepreneurs, being human beings, entrepreneurial mobility may be classified as follows. 1. Occupational mobility means movement or changes in occupation. This may take place in two forms. Intergeneration movement, when a person may move or leave from the principal occupation of his/her father, is called intergeneration movement. Intrageneration occupational movement, when a person may move or leave from his/her own occupation during the operational career, is called intrageneration occupational movement. 3. Locational mobility, it means movement or changes in location. This mobility depends upon some factors like availability of raw material, infrastructure and labor, nearness to market, own resources, knowledge, experience, socio-political situation, etc. There are following some important factors influence the entrepreneurial mobility in a given situation and time. 1. Education. An entrepreneur must be educated person. He/she also enables to adjust with the different conditions more easily and clearly and communicate odds in a better manner. Thus, an educated entrepreneur tends to be more mobile than an uneducated one. 2. Training and experience. An entrepreneur must be properly trained and must have some past experience in business or industry. An experienced entrepreneur better perceives the available opportunities, better analyzes his/her strengths, and also understands the complexities involved in running an enterprise. Availability of facilities. The entrepreneurs may move from the areas with no or less facilities to the areas with more and better facilities. These facilities include gov facilities, hush availability of raw materials, labors, market facilities, infrastructural facility. Political conditions. The entrepreneurial mobility is also influenced by the political factors, such as tax policy, employment laws, environmental regulations, political stability, trade restrictions, and tariffs. Size of enterprise. Entrepreneurial mobility is related to size of enterprise. Larger business houses are found more mobile than smaller ones, because a large size of enterprise will have the capability to start a new business at a new place. Conclusively, all above factors are responsible for various types of entrepreneurial mobility. Theories of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial motivation. Economic, sociological and psychological. Entrepreneurship innovation theory. Theory of achievement motivation. Motivation theory by McClelland, acquired needs theory. The Kakinaya experiment. Motivating factors for entrepreneur internal and external. Economic theory. Entrepreneurship and economic growth take place when the economic conditions are favorable. Economic incentives are the main motivators for entrepreneurial activities. Economic incentives include taxation policy, industrial policy, sources of finance and raw material, infrastructure availability, investment and marketing opportunities, access to information about market conditions, technology, etc. Sociological theory. Entrepreneurship is likely to get a boost in a particular social culture. Society's values, religious beliefs, customs, taboos influence the behavior of individuals in a society. The entrepreneur is a role performer according to the role expectations by the society. Psychological theory. Entrepreneurship gets a boost when society has sufficient supply of individuals with necessary psychological characteristics. The psychological characteristics include need for high achievement, a vision or foresight, ability to face opposition. These characteristics are formed during the individual's upbringing which stress on standards of excellence, self-reliance and low father dominance. Entrepreneurship innovation theory. Theory by Joseph Schumpeter, who believes that entrepreneur helps the process of development in an economy. He says that an entrepreneur is the one who is innovative, creative and has a foresight. According to him, innovation occurs when the entrepreneur introduces a new product, introduces a new production method, opens up a new market, finds out a new source of raw material supply, introduces new organization in any industry. The theory emphasizes on innovation, ignoring the risk-taking and organizing abilities of an entrepreneur. Times Schumpeter's entrepreneur is a large-scale businessman, who is rarely found in developing countries, where entrepreneurs are small-scale businessmen who need to imitate rather than innovate. Theory of high achievement. Theory of management achievement motivation. McClelland identified two characteristics of entrepreneurship: doing things in a new and better way, decision-making under uncertainty. He stressed that people with high achievement orientation, need to succeed, were more likely to become entrepreneurs. Such people are not influenced by money or external incentives. They consider profit to be a measure of success and competency. Motivation theory by McClelland, acquired management needs theory. According to McClelland, a person has three types of needs at any given time, which are need for achievement, get success with one's own efforts, need for power, to dominate, influence others, need for affiliation, maintain friendly relations with others. The need for achievement is the highest for entrepreneurs. The Kakinaya experiment. Conducted by McClelland in America, Mexico and Mumbai. Under this experiment, young adults were selected and put through a 3-month training program. Times the training aimed at inducing the achievement motivation. The course contents were: trainees were asked to control their thinking and talk to themselves positively. They imagined themselves in need of challenges and success, for which they had to set planned and achievable goals. They strived to get concrete and frequent feedback. They tried to imitate their role models, those who performed well. Conclusions of the experiment. Traditional beliefs do not inhibit an entrepreneur. Suitable training can provide necessary motivation to an entrepreneur. The achievement motivation had a positive impact on the performance of the participants. It was the Kakinaya experiment that made people realize the importance of EDP, entrepreneurial development program, to induce motivation and competence in young, prospective entrepreneurs. Role of government in promoting entrepreneurship. The Government of India has been undertaking several instituted policy measures and initiatives to promote a culture of development and entrepreneurship in the nation. It has also come up with a wide range of new opportunities and programs to nurture innovation for balanced regional development. It aims to cover academics, investors, industries, non-government organizations, and big-small entrepreneurs. Apart from this, the country also acknowledges the relevance of women empowerment and entrepreneurship in recent times. Their economic participation is taking the national economy to new heights. Therefore, the Government of India ensures equal opportunities for both male and female entrepreneurs. The best part is, it intends to bring women entrepreneurs on the forefront of the Indian entrepreneurial ecosystem by offering a wide spectrum of networks, loans, training, and markets. Moreover, the government plans to assist budding entrepreneurs in the field of finance, technology, and marketing. Definitions of micro, small and medium enterprises. In accordance with the provision of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development, MSMED, Act 2006, the micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME, are classified in two classes. I. Manufacturing enterprise, and 2. Service enterprise. 1. Manufacturing enterprises. The enterprises engaged in the manufacture or production of goods pertaining to any industry specified in the first schedule to the Industries, Development and Regulation, Act, 1951, or employing plant and machinery in the process of value addition to the final product having a distinct name or character or use. The manufacturing enterprise are defined in terms of investment in plant and machinery. 2. Service enterprises. The enterprises engaged in providing or rendering of services and are defined in terms of investment in equipment. Classification of MSMEs. MSMEs are classified as per their turnover and investment. The new classifications as per the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan scheme in 2020 is given in the table below. Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Classification 2020. Size of the enterprise. Investment and annual turnover. Micro. Investment less than Rs 1 crore, turnover less than 5 rupees crore. Small. Investment less than 10 rupees crore, turnover up to 50 rupees crore. Medium. Investment less than 20 rupees crore, turnover up to 100 rupees crore. Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, a branch of the Government of India, is the apex executive body for the formulation and administration of rules, regulations and laws relating to micro, small and medium enterprises in India. The Minister of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is Nitin Gadkari and the Minister of State is Pratap Chandra Sarangi since 31st May 2019. Under the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act, 2006, the Government of India established the National Board for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, NBMSME, to examine the factors affecting promotion and development of MSME. This board also reviews the existing policies and suggests recommendations to the government for the growth of the MSME sector. The services provided by the Ministry of MSME are as follows. Facilities for testing, training for entrepreneurship development, preparation of project and product profiles, technical and managerial consultancy, assistance for exports, times pollution and energy audits. Importance and features of MSMEs. The MSME sector is considered the backbone of the Indian economy that has contributed substantially to the economic development of the nation. It generates employment opportunities and works in the development of backward and rural areas. India has approximately 6.3 crore MSMEs. In addition, due to the following features, they are considered a viable source of income for those looking to venture into the manufacturing industry. Export promotion and potential for Indian products. Funding, finance and subsidies. Government's promotion and support. Growth in demand in the domestic market. Less capital required. Manpower training. Project profiles. Raw material and machinery procurement. MSMEs contribute to approximately 8% of India's GDP, employ over 60 million people, have an enormous share of 40% in the exports market and 45% in the manufacturing sector. Hence, they are of paramount importance for overall economic development of India. Government policies. The Government of India has designed various policies for the growth of MSMEs in the country. As on 8 July 2022, the number of loans sanctioned under the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana (PMMY) scheme was 10.03 million and the amount disbursed was 73,199 rupees and 89 paise crore, US $9.15 billion. In the Union Budget of 2022-23, MSMEs sector was allocated an Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme (ECLGS) of 50,000 rupees crore, US $6.55 billion. On 30th March 2022, the Indian government allocated 6,062 rupees and 45 paise crore, US $808 million, for the scheme Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance, RAMP. The program aims to improve market and credit access, strengthen institutions and governance at the center and state levels, improve center-state connections and partnerships, resolve late payment difficulties, and green MSMEs. In November 2021, the Indian government launched the Special Credit Linked Capital Subsidy Scheme, SCLCSS, for the services sector. This scheme will help enterprises in the services sector meet various technology requirements. In November 2021, the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises launched Sambhav, a national-level awareness program to push economic growth by promoting entrepreneurship and domestic manufacturing. Agencies for policy formulation and implementation. 1. District Industries Centers. They are called as DICs in short and are crucial for small businesses. The central government launched it on 1 May 1978. They were set up to provide an integrated administrative framework at the district level as the district industries are located in districts. This integrated organizational framework will help look into the problems of industrialization in a district in a composite manner. There are some roles and functions of the district industry center which is beneficial for small businesses. They provide all the necessary services and support to help entrepreneurs set up micro, small, and medium enterprises called MSMEs. Need for district industries centers. The central government felt the need for the district industries centers when the country's economy started plateauing, and there was a need to revive it. Another reason for setting up these DICs is to shift the focus from agriculture to industries. Industrialization makes a country develop. Superpowers of the world are industrial countries. Therefore, the center decided to set up these district industries centers with the defined functions of district industries to accelerate the establishment and provide help to developing industries of a district. As it is a central scheme, it is completely funded by the central government. There are some schemes like District Industries Center Loan Scheme, Prime Minister's Employment Guarantee Program, etc., which are given out by the DICs that help fulfill the goals of establishing district industries centers. Role of district industries centers. The district industries center help in the promotion of industries in their states. These district industries centers have played a crucial role in penetrating a district's industrial problems and solutions. The district industries centers have assisted with the programs and schemes launched to expedite the district's new and old industries. It also plays a role as a single window clearance system. They have promoted the establishment of industries in rural areas and created employment opportunities for both rural and urban people. Functions of District Industries Center. Identification of suitable schemes. This is one of the main functions of the District Industries Center, as schemes are beneficial in attracting people to set up industries. Schemes like District Industries Center Loan Scheme, Prime Minister's Employment Guarantee Program, etc., encourage entrepreneurs. Preparing feasibility reports. The techno-economic feasibility reports that the district industries centers prepare are reports which analyze the performance of a product, industrial processes, or services that are needed to improve certain areas in the industry. Arranging for credit. You need some capital to set up an industry and keep it working. This lump sum amount is not present with every entrepreneur. Therefore, arranging for ways to acquire credit becomes one of the main functions of the District Industries Center. Preparation of industrial profile. This report helps identify the advantages and disadvantages of setting up an industry in the district. It also checks the availability of infrastructure and raw materials required for the industry. Guidance and advice to entrepreneurs. Providing knowledge of existing opportunities helps entrepreneurs. It helps in the industrialization of the district and generates employment opportunities. The focal point of industrialization. The District Industries Center acts as a focal point as they provide clearances and licenses, facilitate loans, grant awards, etc. to Small Industries Service Institutes, SISIs. The Small Industries Services Institutes, SISIs, are set up to provide consultancy and training to small entrepreneurs, both existing and prospective. The activities of SISIs are coordinated by the Industrial Management Training Division of the DC's office. There are 28 SISIs and 30 branches SISIs set up in the state capital and other places all over the country. The main functions of SISIs include: to serve as an interface between central and state governments, to render technical support services, to conduct entrepreneurship development programmers, to initiate promotional programs. The SISIs also render assistance in the following areas: 1. Economic Consultancy Information EDP Consultancy. 2. Trade and Market Information. 3. District Industrial Potential Surveys. 4. Modernization and Implant Studies. 5. Workshop Facilities. 6. Training in various trade activities. 7. Project Profiles. 8. State Industrial Potential Survey. The Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, ADI, an autonomous body and not-for-profit institution, set up in 1983, is sponsored by Apex Financial Institutions, namely the IDBI Bank Ltd, IFCI Limited ICICI Ltd and State Bank of India, SBI. The ADI has been selected as a member of the Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP, network of centers of excellence for HRD research and training. ADI's mission is to become a catalyst in facilitating emergence of competent first-generation entrepreneurs and transition of existing SMEs into growth-oriented enterprises through entrepreneurship education, training, research and institution building. ADI has been spearheading entrepreneurship movement throughout the nation with a belief that entrepreneurs need not necessarily be born, but can be developed through well-conceived and well-directed activities. In consonance with this belief, ADI aims at creating a multiplier effect on opportunities for self-employment, augmenting the supply of competent entrepreneurs through training, augmenting the supply of entrepreneur-trainer motivators, participating in institution building efforts, inculcating the spirit of entrepreneurship in youth, promoting micro-enterprises at rural level, developing and disseminating new knowledge and insights in entrepreneurial theory and practice through research, facilitating corporate excellence through creating intrapreneurs, entrepreneurial managers, improving managerial capabilities of small-scale industries, sensitizing the support system to facilitate potential and existing entrepreneurs establish and manage their enterprises, collaborating with similar organizations in India and other developing countries to accomplish the above objectives. Times. NIESBD Times. The National Institute for Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, NIESBD, was established in 1983 by the Ministry of Industry, now Ministry of Small Scale Industries, Gov of India, as an apex body for coordinating and overseeing the activities of various institutions agencies engaged in entrepreneurship development, particularly in the area of small industry and small business. Times Niesbad was registered as a society under the Government of Indian Societies Registration Act, XX1 of 1860. Times it started up its functioning from 6 July 1983. It was established by the Government of India as an apex body for coordinating and overseeing the activities of various institutions and agencies engaged in entrepreneurship development. It was mainly in the areas of small industry and small business. The policy, direction and guidance to the institute is provided by its governing council, whose chairman is the Minister of SSI. Times the executive committee consisting of secretary, small-scale industry and RE, as its chairman and executive director of the institute as its member secretary executes the policies and decisions of the governing council through its whole-time executive director. Times Niesbad, setting the standards in entrepreneurship and small business development since 1983, to evolve standardized materials and processes for selection, training, support and sustenance of entrepreneurs, potential and existing. Activities of Niesbad. Times assisting supporting EDPs. Times training for trainers, promoters, creation and capacity building of EDP institutions. Times small business focused. Times national international forum for exchange of ideas and expressions. Times developing entrepreneurial culture. Times National Entrepreneurship Development Board, NEDB, services to affiliate members. Times sustaining entrepreneurship. Objectives. Times to evolve standardized materials and processes for selection, training, support and sustenance of entrepreneurs, potential and existing. Times to help support and affiliate institutions organizations in carrying out training and other entrepreneurship development related activities. Times to serve as an apex national level resource institute for accelerating the process of entrepreneurship development, ensuring its impact across the country and among all strata of the society. Times to provide vital information and support to trainers, promoters and entrepreneurs by organizing research and documentation relevant to entrepreneurship development. Times to train trainers, promoters and consultants in various areas of entrepreneurship development. To provide national international forums for interaction and exchange of experiences helpful for policy formulation and modification at various levels. Times to offer consultancy nationally internationally for promotion of entrepreneurship and small business development. Times to share internationally experience and expertise in entrepreneurship development. Times to share experience and expertise in entrepreneurship development across national frontiers. The District Industries Center, DICs, program was started by the central government in 1978 with the objective of providing a focal point for promoting small, tiny, cottage and village industries in a particular area and to make available to them all necessary services and facilities at one place. Times the finances for setting up DICs in a state are contributed equally by the particular state government and the central government. Times to facilitate the process of small enterprise development, DICs have been entrusted with most of the administrative and financial powers. Times for purpose of allotment of land, work sheds, raw materials etc., DICs functions under the Directorate of Industries. Times each DIC is headed by a general manager who is assisted by 4 functional managers and 3 project managers to look after the following activities. Activities of District Industries Center, DIC. I. Economic investigation 2. Plant and machinery 3. Research, education and training 4. Raw materials V. Credit facilities 6. Marketing assistance 7. Cottage industries. Objectives of District Industries Center, DIC. The important objectives of DICs are as follow. I. Accelerate the overall efforts for industrialization of the district. 2. Rural industrialization and development of rural industries and handicrafts. 3. Attainment of economic equality in various regions of the district. 4. Providing the benefit of the government schemes to the new entrepreneurs. V. Centralization of procedures required to start a new industrial unit and minimization of the efforts and time required to obtain various permissions, licenses, registrations, subsidies etc. Functions of District Industries Center, DICI acts as the focal point of the industrialization of the district. 2. Prepares the industrial profile of the district with respect to 3. Statistics and information about existing industrial units in the district in the large, medium, small as well as cooperative sectors. 4. Opportunity guidance to entrepreneurs. V. Compilation of information about local sources of raw materials and their availability. 6. Manpower assessment with respect to skilled, semi-skilled workers. 7. Assessment of availability of infrastructure facilities like quality testing, research and development, transport, prototype development, warehouse etc. 8. Organizes entrepreneurship development training programs. 9. Provides information about various government schemes, subsidies, grants and assistance available from the other corporations set up for promotion of industries. X. Gives SSI registration. 11. Prepares techno-economic feasibility report. 12. Advises the entrepreneurs on investments. 13. Acts as a link between the entrepreneurs and the lead bank of the district. 14. Implements government-sponsored schemes for educated unemployed people like PMRY scheme, Jawahar Rojgar Yojana, etc. 15. Helps entrepreneurs in obtaining licenses from the Electricity Board, Water Supply Board, No Objection certificates etc. 16. Assist the entrepreneur to procure imported machinery and raw materials. 17. Organizes marketing outlets in liaison with other government agencies. National Entrepreneurship Development Board, NEDB. It was formed in 1983. It acts as an apex body of entrepreneurship development. Functions. To identify and remove entry barriers for potential entrepreneurs. To focus on exiting entrepreneurs in micro, tiny and small sector. To facilitate consolidation, growth and diversification of existing entrepreneurial venture in all possible ways. To support skill upgradation and renewal of learning processes among practicing entrepreneurs and managers of MSME. To support agencies in the area of entrepreneurship about the current requirement of growth. To act as a catalyst to institutionalize entrepreneurship development. To help entrepreneurship development institutions and other organizations in setting up of incubators. Strategies. Evolving training methodology. Evolving syllabus for various training programs. Developing training aids, tools, etc. Assisting the activities of other agencies engaged in the training of potential entrepreneurs / training the trainers. Developing entrepreneurial culture among the people. National Small Industries Corporation, NSIC. It was set up in 1995 to provide machinery to small-scale units on hire purchase basis and to assist these units in obtaining orders from government departments and offices. Its head office is at Delhi. It has 4 regional offices at Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Calcutta. It has 11 branch offices also. Functions. 1. To develop small-scale units as ancillary units to large-scale industries. To impart training to industrial workers. To market the product of SSIs at home and abroad. To help the small-scale industries in procurement of scarce and imported raw material. To obtain orders for SSI units from government department and offices. To provide machinery to SSI units on hire purchase basis. To construct industrial estate and establish and run prototype production training centers. Small Industries Development Bank of India, SIDBI. SIDBI was set up on 2 April 1990 as a wholly owned subsidiary of IDBI. It is operating through its head office at Lucknow and a network of 5 regional offices and 25 branch offices in all the states. It is an apex institution for promotion, financing and development of industries in small-scale sector and coordination of functions of other institutions engaged in similar activities. Functions. 1. Taking steps for technological upgradation and modernization of existing units. 2. Providing services like factoring, leasing etc. to industrial concerns in the small-scale sector. Extending financial support to National Small Industries Corporation for providing leasing hire purchase and marketing support to SSI units. Expanding the channels for marketing the products of SSI sector in domestic and international markets. Promoting employment-oriented industries especially in semi-urban areas to create more employment opportunities and thereby checking migration of people to urban areas. Refinancing of loans and advances extended by the primary lending institutions to industrial concerns in the small-scale sector and also providing resource support to them. Times it also offers bills discounting and rediscounting facilities. It also has a few schemes of direct assistance. Small Industries Service Institutes, SISIs. Small Industries Service Institutes have been established in each state in 1956 as agencies of SIDO. The objective is to develop small-scale industries. Functions. It promotes entrepreneurship and development of SSIs in rural and other underdeveloped areas. It supplies market information in selected cases and undertakes market distribution surveys. For industrial enterprises. It conducts various programs for workers in other organizations as well as in small industry in certain trades. It assesses the capacities of small units for imported controlled materials. It provides technical guidance on the efficient use of wastages and scraps. It prepares designs and drawing for production equipment and accessories. It ensures that small industry development in India is being done in right lines. It provides workshop common facilities to industrialists at reasonable charges. It conducts detailed plant studies to locate production and other problems. It initiates and coordinates modernization of selected industries. The institute assists in rehabilitation of sick units. It helps to develop ancillary industries. It registers SSI units with NSIC to supply their products to government. The institute conducts modernization studies for technology upgradation. It undertakes quality control, energy conservation and pollution control, specialized training programs on export marketing. The institutes also conduct surveys and studies for identification of industries having scope of promotion and development. Etc. The Industrial Development Bank of India, IDBI. The Industrial Bank of India, IDBI, was established on 1 July 1964 under the Industrial Development Bank of India Act, as a wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India. In terms of the Public Financial Institutions Laws, Amendment, Act, 1975, the ownership of the LDBI has been transferred to the central government with effect from 16 February 1976. The most distinguishing feature of the LDBI is that it has been assigned the role of the principal financial institution for coordinating, in conformity with national priorities, the activities of the institutions engaged in financing, promotion or developing industry. The IDBI has been assigned a special role to play in regard to industrial development, objectives and functions times to serve as an apex institution for term finance for industry, to coordinate the working of institutions engaged in financing, promoting or developing industries and to assist in the development of these institutions. Times to plan, promote and develop industries to fill gaps in the industrial structure in the country. Times to provide technical and administrative assistance for promotion, management or expansion of industry. Times to undertake market and investment research and surveys as also technical and economics studies in connection with development of industry. Times to act as lender of last resort and to finance all types of industrial concerns which are engaged, or which propose to be engaged, in the manufacture, processing or preservation of goods, or in mining, shipping, transport, hotel industries, or in the generation distribution of power, in fishing or in providing shore, fishing, or in the maintenance, repairs, testing or servicing of machinery or vehicles, vessels, etc., or for the setting up of industrial estates. The bank may also assist industrial concerns engaged in the research and development of any process or product or in providing special or technical knowledge or other services for the promotion of industrial growth. Besides, it provides finance or the export of engineering goods and service on deferred payment basis. The IDBI has been playing a significant role in the promotion of small-scale industries. Its assistance has been channeled through its scheme for the refinance of industrial loans, and to a limited extent, through the bills rediscounting scheme. Since its inception, the LOST has been playing a significant role in the promotion of small-scale industries. Its assistance has been channeled through its scheme for the refinance of industrial loans, and to a limited extent, through the bills rediscounting scheme. Since its inception, the IDBI has been operating a special scheme of concessional assistance to the small-scale sector. The procedure in respect of loans to the small-scale sector has been put on a semi-automatic basis under the Liberalized Refinance Scheme, LRS. As a result of the progressive liberalization and simplification of its refinance operations, its assistance to the small-scale sector has increased substantially since 1971 to 72. Its assistance to the small and medium industrial units flows through 18 SFCs and 28 SIDCs, commercial banks and regional rural banks. Women entrepreneurship, definitions, problems, roles, importance, features, functions, benefits, need and schemes. Women entrepreneurship definitions. Women entrepreneurs may be defined as a woman or a group of women who initiate, organize and run a business concern. Government of India, a woman entrepreneur is defined as an enterprise owned and controlled by a woman having a minimum financial interest of 51% of the capital and giving at least 51% of the employment generated in the enterprise to women. World over 1/3 of the entrepreneurial ventures are run by women entrepreneurs. Due to economic progress, better access to education, urbanization, spread of liberal and democratic culture and recognition by society, there has been a spurt in women entrepreneurship in India. Special incentives and drives have been created in India to bolster the growth of women entrepreneurs. Schemes like Startup India and Stand Up also make special case to promote entrepreneurial drive among women. Gradually but steadily, world over, women entrepreneurs have emerged as successful entrepreneurs while earning many accolades for themselves. For e.g., Oprah Winfrey, an American entrepreneur, television host and media executive, received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013 for her outstanding work in the field of entertainment and social impact. Closer to home, Indian woman entrepreneur, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, Chairman and Managing Director of Biocon Limited, received various coveted corporate award and civilian awards like Padma Shri, 1989, and Padma Bhushan, 2005, for her remarkable contribution to health and medicine industry. Other famous Indian women entrepreneurs include personalities like Vandana Luthra, Ekta Kapoor, Nana Lal Kidwai and so on. Why women become entrepreneurs? 1. To become economically independent. 2. To establish their own enterprise. 3. To establish their identity in the society. 4. To achieve excellency in their endeavor. 5. To build confidence to themselves. 6. To develop risk-assuming ability. 7. To claim equal status in the society. 8. To secure greater freedom and mobility. Women entrepreneurship need and factors. In modern days, particularly in India, there is a great need for women entrepreneurs. Several factors are responsible for compelling the women members of the family to set up their own ventures. These factors suggesting their need can be broadly classified into two groups. I. Motivational factors or needs and 2. Facilitating factors or needs. Factor I. Motivational needs. The following are the motivational needs for which modern women are motivated to become entrepreneurs. 1. Economic necessity. In business, the entry of women is relatively a new phenomenon. Because of the breakup of the joint family system and the need for additional income for maintaining the living standards in the face of inflation or rising prices, women have started entering the most competitive world of business. Thus, because of the economic necessity, women have begun entering business field for earning some income and increasing their family income in modern days of inflation. 2. Desire for high achievement. Another motive force compelling women to enter business world is their strong desire for high achievement in their life. In modern days, though women are educated, they are not able to find jobs in the marketplace, or they may not be able to go out of their homes for working somewhere else because of family problems. Therefore, a woman is tempted strongly by a desire to achieve something high and valuable and prove herself as an asset and not a liability to the family. This is the strongest motivating force for a woman to become an entrepreneur. 3. Independence. Another strong motive force compelling a woman to become an entrepreneur is to lead an independent life with self-confidence and self-respect. The ownership and control of a successful business provides a woman entrepreneur a prestigious status, personal reputation, and a sense of independence in the society. 4. Government encouragement. The government and non-government bodies have started giving increasing attention and encouragement to women's economic conditions through self-employment and business ventures. They have formulated various policies and programs and introduced various incentive schemes to promote women entrepreneurs in the country. Such encouragement and incentive schemes have induced women to undertake business mentors. 5. Education. Women have been taking up various kinds of technical, vocational, industrial, commercial and specialized education so as to qualify themselves to be self-employed in some kind of trade, occupation, vocation or business. Facilities are also being provided to women in areas where they can grow and blossom as persons in their own right. Women have proved in modern days that they are no less than men in efficiency, hard work or intelligence, or even they can surpass men in several fields. 6. Model role. Women, like men, are also desirous of contributing their might to the economic development of their country. Similarly, our women in India would like to play a key role model. They have already entered other fields like politics, education, social field, administration, etc. Now they have started entering the business field where they can also show their importance as in other fields. 7. Family occupation. Family occupation is an important factor motivating a woman member to participate in the family business, along with her husband and other members of the family. There is a great need for women to undertake economic activity or business of the family and support their families in family occupation or family business so as to reduce the expenses of the family business and increase its income. 8. Employment generation. Another influencing factor that motivates women to become entrepreneurs is the creation of employment opportunities. Women entrepreneurs generally take up labor-intensive small-scale and village industries or handicrafts, and they have high potential in employment generation. Therefore, they serve as a solution to the widespread problem of women unemployment to some extent. 9. Self-identity and social status. Women desire to enjoy some social status and recognition in the society. Women entering business can achieve such a position of self-identity and recognition of social status because they come in contact with high-level officers, ministers, authorities, and others holding high positions. 10. Growing awareness. With the spread of education and the growing awareness among women, the women entrepreneurs have been increasing, not only in the kitchen extension activities, i.e. the 3Ps with pickles, powder, masala, and papad, or the traditional cottage industries, such as toy making, basket making, etc., as they require less technical know-how, but they are entering also into engineering, electronics and many other industries which require high-level technical skill. Thus, women entrepreneurs are found in such technical industries as TV capacitor, electronic ancillaries, and small foundries. Thus, in modern days, women do not want to stay within the four walls of a house, but they want to become, like their male counterparts, achievement-oriented, career-minded and economically independent so that they would be able to provide costly high-level medical and technical education to their children and lead a high standard of living in their life. Factor Hush. 2. Facilitating needs. Facilitating needs are the needs for providing various facilities for the successful working of the women enterprises. These are given below. 1. Adequate financial facilities. Finance is the lifeblood of any business, whether it is run by men entrepreneurs or women entrepreneurs. The government has set up industrial estates for women. It should therefore provide the required financial facilities to the women entrepreneurs so as to motivate them to start their business or industry in such estates. Several financial schemes like Mahila Udyam Nidhi, Marketing Development Fund, etc., have been set up only for women entrepreneurs. In addition, banks and development finance institutions also provide financial assistance to women entrepreneurs. Women will be tempted to start their own business ventures when such facilities are easily available to them. 2. Innovative thinking. Innovative thinking in women motivate them to become entrepreneurs. Women who have entrepreneurial talent and who have innovative thinking are naturally induced to take up small business or industry to convert their innovating and talent into a position of entrepreneurship instead of employment. 3. Support and cooperation of the family. Another important factor that induces women to take up entrepreneurship is the full cooperation and encouragement of the family members, particularly husband, father-in-law and mother-in-law, grown-up sons and daughters and other members, if any. In a modern educated family, women members generally enjoy more liberty and economic freedom. So naturally, they will be anxious to have their own source of income from their business. 4. Availability of experienced and skilled women. Development programs. The central and state governments have started several development and training programs particularly for women so as to enable them to become entrepreneurs. Such training and development programs provide all types of facilities to women to start their business independently. Women entrepreneurship areas. Women entrepreneurs in earlier years after independence were confined to entrepreneurship in traditional areas like food, fruits, vegetables, pickles, papads, tailoring, hosiery, etc. However, often, women entrepreneurs have branched out to several new areas like engineering, beauty parlors, jewelry, handicraft, electrical, electronics, chemical and other manufacturing. This shows that entrepreneurial base of women expanded from traditional 3Ps pickle, powder and papa to modern 3Es engineering, electrical and electronics. There are vast numbers of industries under small business sector where women are playing a major role. Such industries can be listed as under 1. Agriculture and allied industries such as sericulture, horticulture, dairying and animal husbandry, etc. 2. Home-based industries such as handicrafts, agabati, candle making, beadi industry, hosiery, and textile, doll making, jewelry, pottery, designing, etc. 3. Outside home industries such as electrical and electronics, food processing, etc. Apart from the above, most Indian women have performed well in both organized and unorganized sector. For example, Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, Shahnaz Hussain, Ekta Kapoor, Kati Ben who started their enterprises in small scale. Women entrepreneurship factors influencing women to become an entrepreneur. There are different factors influencing women to become an entrepreneur. Such factors can be divided into 2. 1. The push and 2. The pull factors. The push factor is allied with negative environment and the pull factor is attributed to the push factor may result from low income, low job satisfaction or lack of job opportunities and strict working hours. The pull factor, however, may result from the need of fulfilling the desire to help others and self-accomplishment. Dhaliwal, 1998, found the push factor to be evident in the developing countries. Empirical evidence on the push and pull factors revealed that women entrepreneurs in the developed countries were influenced by the need for achievement, while women entrepreneurs in the developing countries were influenced by a combination of push and pull factors. Women are influenced by socio-cultural complexities to become an entrepreneur in developing countries. Because of such complexities in the factors influencing women entrepreneurship development in developing countries, many international organizations adopted strategies to overcome such complexities. Personal factors comprise 1. Motivation and commitment, 2. Abilities and skills, 3. Ideas and markets, and 4. Resources. While external factors consist of 1. Business development organizations, 2. Broader enabling environment, 3. Economic market environment, and 4. Sociocultural context. The sociocultural context factor considers attitudes, aspirations, confidence, etc. However, all these functions can be classified broadly into 3 categories with A. Risk-bearing, B. Organization and C. Innovation. As an entrepreneur, a woman entrepreneur has to perform all the functions involved in establishing an enterprise. These functions include idea generation and screening, determination of objectives, project preparation, project analysis, determination of forms of business organization, completion of promotional formalities, raising funds, procuring men, machine and materials and operation of business. Women entrepreneurship top 9 qualities. Women entrepreneurs establish their businesses while exhibiting array of qualities. Following is an indicative list of some of the qualities of women entrepreneurs. 1. Accept challenges. 2. Ambitious. 3. Hardworking. 4. Patience. 5. Motivator. 6. Adventurous. 7. Conscious. 8. Educated. 9. Intelligent. Women entrepreneurship various schemes introduced by government for empowerment of women. Once the government on its part realized the need for empowerment of women, it started coming out with a number of schemes to provide for greater access to capital so that they could start up units. Some institutions like National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs, NAE, assist women in starting up, identifying good investment opportunities and raising capital more easily. Commercial banks also have women entrepreneur sections, where financial assistance is provided. In fact, schemes under the IDBI Bank called Mahila Udyam Nidhi and Mahila Vikas Nidhi help women entrepreneurs with equity assistance. Established in the early 1990s, Ashriya Mahila Kosh trains and provides orientation programs for women. With their help, women have been able to triple their income. The Norwegian Agency for International Development was established in 1983 to help educated men and women to start up businesses in electronics, computers, manufacturing, printing, ready-made garments, etc. Irwin, a scheme started by the National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, NABD, provides loans to women to participate in agriculture. The development of women and children in rural areas, DCRA, was launched in 1980s by the Rural Development to support women's income generation activities. They provided economic assistance to develop skills and meet their liabilities. The government of Tamil Nadu established the Tamil Nadu Cooperation for Development of Women Limited for the development and empowerment of women. It is a nodal agency for implementing various projects. A number of organizations today have started playing critical roles in empowering women and developing women entrepreneurs. This includes Fixi's Ladies Organization, FLOS, NAI, etc. There are also organizations such as Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Karnataka, AWEK, Women Association of Maharashtra, WEMA, Self-Employed Women's Institution, SEWA, Ahmedabad, etc. The Indian Council of Women Entrepreneurs, ICWE, is also trying to promote entrepreneurship among women. SEWA has its own bank which provides loans to women, like vegetable vendors, flower vendors, etc., from rural areas. Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh governments have promoted industrial estates especially among women entrepreneurs. In fact, the Association of Lady Entrepreneurs in Andhra Pradesh, ALYAP, is an organization that promotes entrepreneurship in both rural and urban areas. On the outskirts of Chennai, a biotechnology park was set up to promote women entrepreneurs in the Siruseri area along the IT highway. Women Entrepreneurship Development Schemes, TRED, MSc CDP, Credit Guarantee Fund Scheme for Micro and Small Enterprises and a few others. According to the third All India Census of Small-Scale Industries conducted in February 2001 and subsequent estimates made, only 10.11% of the micro and small enterprises in India are owned by women while 9.46% of the MSE enterprises are managed by women. Currently, July 2006, their estimated number is 12.99 lakh women managed enterprise and 12.15 lakh women managed enterprise. In order to encourage more and more women enterprises in the MSE sector, several schemes have been formulated by this ministry and some more are in the process of being finalized, targeted only at the development of women enterprises in India. 1. Trade-related Entrepreneurship Assistance and Development Scheme for Women, TRED. With a view to encourage women in setting up their own ventures, government implements a scheme, namely, Trade-related Entrepreneurship Assistance and Development, TRED, during the 11th plan. The scheme envisages economic empowerment of women through the development of their entrepreneurial skills in non-farm activities. Women Empowered under Integrated Infrastructural Development Scheme. Association of Lady Entrepreneurs of Andhra Pradesh, ALYAP, an NGO comprising women members only, has successfully completed the implementation of an IID project at village Kajularamaram, Dist. Rangareddy, AP. In this, 75 units have been established and employment generated by these units is 1,500 women. Out of the total project cost of 347 rupees lakh, Gov of India provided grant to the tune of Rs 1.39 lakh. Another IID project at Vijayawada, Dist. Krishna, AP is being implemented by ALYAP. The total project cost is 370 rupees lakh and Government of India grant of 91 rupees and 38 paise lakh has been released for this project. 10 units have been established in this center so far and 100 women have been benefited from this project up to the end of December 2006. 2. Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development Program, MSc CDP. Existing clusters. A cluster is defined as a group of enterprises, ideally having 100 members, producing similar products services. While 100 members could be the minimum per cluster, depending on the density of population and other factors, even 200 to 300 could be a good target group for undertaking diagnostic study and the subsequent soft interventions in a cluster. However, in difficult and backward regions the target numbers could come down to 50 or less, but it should not be too small as a lot of government expenditure is made per cluster. The Cluster Development Program, CDP, being implemented envisages diagnostic study of identified clusters of traditional skill-based MSEs to identify appropriate technologies and their providers and to facilitate adoption of available technology meeting the specific needs of the end users. The cluster development aims at enhanced competitiveness, technology improvement, adoption of best manufacturing practices, marketing of products, employment generation, etc. The scheme provides assistance for capacity building, common facilities, marketing, etc., and the delivery, assimilation and diffusion of the identified technology from its producers to the recipient user cluster of small enterprises. 4. Support for entrepreneurial and managerial development. MSMEs regularly organize a number of entrepreneurship skill development program, ESDPs, Entrepreneurship Development Program, EDPs, Management Development Programs, MDPs, to train the potential entrepreneurs in improving their techno-managerial knowledge and skill with a view to facilitating them to start MSEs in various fields. Many of the programs are tailor-made for the target group for SC, CENT, OBC, women, minorities and other weaker sections and exclusively for women also. These programs are also called outreach programs as they are conducted in rural less developed areas. 22.5% of total target of ESDPs are conducted exclusively for SC, CENT, women and physically challenged persons with a stipend of Rs 500 per month per candidate under the promotional packages for MSCs. No fees is charged from SC, CENT, women and physically handicapped. No fee is charged from SC and CENT and 50% fee from women and PH candidates who attend the ESDP, EDP, MDP courses conducted for general candidates. 5 exhibitions for women under promotional package for micro and small enterprises approved by CCEA under marketing support. DC, MSME, has formulated a scheme for women entrepreneurs to encourage small and micro manufacturing units owned by women and register in DDIC in their efforts at tapping and developing overseas markets, to increase participation of representatives of small micro manufacturing enterprises under MSME stall at international trade fairs exhibitions, to enhance export from such units. Under this scheme, participation of women entrepreneurs in 25 international exhibitions is envisaged during the 11th Plan, 2007 to 2012. Women entrepreneurship benefits. Women getting into areas like entrepreneurship and business governance have positive influence on the society. While wealth creation is an aspect common and shared amongst men, women have proven that they can also create and distribute wealth in society and provide employment like any other entrepreneur. Women entrepreneurs must participate in events, conferences, workshops and seminars and actively involve themselves with educational initiatives to create the image change. Once a change in the image is achieved in the society, it becomes easy for women to have a greater influence on the younger. Women entrepreneurship problems, with solutions. The greatest problem faced by women entrepreneurs is that they are women. We are living in a male-dominated society where women are treated as abalas. They have to face financial constraints. Finance is the lifeblood of every business. Both long-term and short-term funds are required for business. For obtaining loans and advances from financial institutions, they have to provide collateral securities. Overdependence on intermediaries. Women entrepreneurs have to depend largely on intermediaries for the distribution. Stiff competition. Women entrepreneurs have to face stiff competition for the products from the organized industries and male entrepreneurs. Scarcity of raw materials. Scarcity of raw materials is yet another important problem faced by the women entrepreneurs. High cost of production. Another problem faced by women entrepreneurs. Limited mobility. Unlike men, women family ties. The family responsibilities also hinder the development of women entrepreneurship. In India, it is mainly a woman's duty to look after the children and other members of the family. Lack of education. In India, around 60% of women are social attitudes. This is one of the most important stumbling block in the path. Male-dominated society. Male chauvinism is still the low need for achievement. The prerequisites for success in entrepreneurship are the need for achievement, independence and autonomy. But in India, the common Indian woman is happy to bask in the glory of their parents, husband, children, etc. They have preconceived notions about their role in life. This inhibits them from achievements and independence. In addition to the above difficulties, lack of infrastructural facilities, shortage of power, difficulty in obtaining licenses from various control boards and a number of other socio-economic problems stand as hurdles to the women entrepreneurs. International entrepreneurship, meaning, opportunities, examples, importance. Here, we are going to discuss the international entrepreneurship to get the relevant info. Definition of international entrepreneurship. According to McDougall and Oviatt, international entrepreneurship is a combination of innovative, proactive, and risk-seeking behavior that crosses national borders and is intended to create value in organizations. What is international entrepreneurship? When an entrepreneur goes to other countries to run and operate their business, then it is known as international entrepreneurship. These are the industries that cross the national boundaries of their nation. These types of entrepreneurship include exporting of goods, licensing as well as commencing a sales office in other countries. Under this, an entrepreneur operates all the business activities out the boundaries of the nation and it indicates the development of the business internationally. Most of the businesses across the national border to establish value and grow the business. A different set of innovative activities performed by most of the businesses across the borderlines and enhance those opportunities to create some creative products and services. In short words, international entrepreneurship defined as the development of a new venture on a global basis, and their operation domain is considered international from the very beginning stages of operations. Famous examples of international entrepreneurs. There are many industries that have produced numerous international entrepreneurs: Coca-Cola, Nike, McDonald's, BMW, Puma, Philips and Tata, etc. But most famous entrepreneurs came from techie world, who started their business from a small ventures but then took it to international level. Some examples are Apple Steve Jobs, Google Larry Page and Sergey Brin, Microsoft Bill Gates, Facebook Mark Zuckerberg, Yahoo Jerry Yang and David Filo, Amazon Jeff Bezos, Alibaba Jack Ma, TikTok Yang Yiming. International entrepreneurship opportunities. Entrepreneurial opportunity means the situation where cost of production is less than the selling price of the products, or you can say where an entrepreneur can make profit by selling his or her products. Although it's all in entrepreneur's mind that how he is going to make profit, and things sorted for his business. International entrepreneurship provides many opportunities to entrepreneurs. Cultural opportunity. Food taste opportunity. Pizza was originated by Italy, hamburger was made in USA and firstly noodles were made in China. So, all the counties have their own food which it is famous for. An entrepreneur can take benefit from the food taste of country. He can get environmental opportunity. New Zealand and England are too cold, South Africa is warm, Colombia is too rainy. If you are an entrepreneur from any country, then you can go. Filling a need. International entrepreneurship opportunity. Buying a franchise. There are many franchisees that are making a huge profit and selling their products in. Importance of international entrepreneurship. For the satisfaction of foreign customers, they have to produce the products that meet the demands internationally. One important thing that every entrepreneur has to consider is the quality of the products in global as well as domestic markets and fulfill all the requirements of the potential customers. Customer satisfaction is important to run the business smoothly. Thus, international entrepreneurship is of utmost importance for the people. A decline in domestic market. If the sales of products are low in the domestic market, then the entrepreneur has a very effective option to sell the same at the global market. Thus, they can sell their products in the. First off, an entrepreneur should grow their business within the domestic nation, reduce manufacturing costs. The majority of enhance as the products are selling in the meet the quality expectations. Customer relationship management. Through the hire employees globally. As the business international entrepreneurship versus domestic entrepreneurship. A variety of here are some of the basis of difference. International entrepreneurship. Domestic entrepreneurship. Economics. Dealing with the various levels of economic developments, valuation in currencies, government rules and regulations, venture capital, marketing, and distribution systems that took a lot of entrepreneurial efforts. The focus of entrepreneurial efforts is related to only a single nation and thus, cultural environment, a lot of cultural issues. An entrepreneur is already aware of the cultural stuff and technological advancements. It is surprising if there is no an entrepreneur is aware of the technologies available, government policies. An entrepreneur who wants to do international, they just need legal environment. To expand the business international, no need to understand global legality, barriers to international entrepreneurship. International, here, attitude of entrepreneur. When there is negativity in the lack of as a newbie, lack of network, if the entrepreneur has some links with the business firms in the host nation, then it financial problems. As the entrepreneur is going to expand their business in other nations, so there is a financial risk as the financial institutions are reluctant to provide any kind of assistance. Tariff barriers. Tariff refers to the duty that is levied on products while importing. The price of imported goods rises with the increase in tariffs and also seems unattractive from a customer's point of view. Non-tariff barriers. Apart from the tariff hurdles, some other obstacles are dealt with by businesses such as testing, bureaucracy, certification, and technical barriers. Before the goods enter into the global market, political barrier. There is a question mark in business success due to the high rise in some illegal activities in the host nations such as kidnapping, discrimination, employee violence, and others. These, human resource. FDI. Foreign direct investment, FDI, is when a company takes controlling ownership in a business entity in another country. With FDI, foreign companies are directly involved with day-to-day operations in the other country. This means they aren't just bringing money with them, but also knowledge, skills and technology. Generally, FDI takes place when an investor. Where is FDI made? Foreign direct investments are commonly made in open economies that have skilled workforce and growth. FDI in India. FDI is an pros explained. Diversifies investor portfolios. Individual investors have the potential to achieve greater portfolio efficiency. Provides technology to developing countries. Recipient businesses receive best practices, management, accounting, or legal. Provides financing to developing countries. Recipient countries see this. Promotes stable, long-term lending. Another advantage of FDI is that it offers cons explained. Not suitable for strategically important industries. Countries should not allow foreign ownership of companies in strategically important industries. That could lower the investors have less moral attachment. Foreign investors might strip the business of its value without adding any. They unethical access to local markets. They can use the company's collateral to get low-cost, local loans instead of reinvesting it. Types of FDI. The following are the main types of foreign direct investment. Type. Definition. Horizontal. The first type is observed whenever a business expands and enters a foreign country via the FDI route without changing its core activities. An example would be McDonald's investing in an Asian country to increase the number of stores in the region. Vertical. Here, a business enters a foreign economy to strengthen a part of its supply chain without changing its business in any way. If McDonald's bought a large-scale meat processing plant in Canada or in a European country to bolster its meat supply chain in the target nation, it would amount to vertical FDI. Conglomerate. This third conglomerate. If here, vertical. An example would be McDonald's investing in an Asian country to increase the number of stores in the region. Vertical. Here, a business enters a foreign economy to strengthen a part of its supply chain without changing its business in any way. If conglomerate. This third type is noticed whenever a business invests in a foreign country and buys an entity which manufactures totally different products. The idea is, in the late 1980s, Sir Richard Branson's Virgin Group launched clothing stores in France, called Virgin Clothing. The venture, however, failed miserably and very few outlets remain, mostly in the Middle East. Platform. The last type refers to the expansion of a business to a foreign country, but everything manufactured there is exported to a third country. Platform FDI is seen in free trade zones of FDI-hungry countries. Almost all luxury items marketed by famous fashion brands are